Hello and welcome to My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. India's diplomacy is carefully balancing ties, strengthening its trusted partnership with Russia while slowly rebuilding relations with China. The External Affairs Minister's visit to Moscow prepares the ground for President Putin's trip to India, while Wang Yi's outreach could lead to a Modi-Xi meeting in Tianjin. These moves may reshape Asia's strategic future. India's diplomacy is on a dual track, strengthening its traditional partnership with Russia while cautiously reopening doors with China. As global power shifts, New Delhi is positioning itself as a pragmatic player, balancing dialogue and partnerships. On his recent three-day visit to Moscow, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar co-chaired the 26th India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission and met Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, reinforcing cooperation across strategic, economic, and energy sectors.
The relations are expanding. They are uninterrupted 78 years already since the establishment of diplomatic relations. This anniversary we celebrate this year. We also celebrate 25th anniversary of strategic partnership. The current visit of Honorable Minister Jaishankar and his engagements in Moscow and the coming CEO summit are setting the stage for the future visit of the President Putin to India by the end of this year.
As India deepens its strategic partnership with Moscow, it is also cautiously testing the waters with Beijing. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in New Delhi carrying a personal message from President Xi Jinping, inviting Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the SCO summit in Tianjin later this year. Amid economic uncertainty and global frictions, the outreach could set the stage for a Modi-Xi meeting that may shape Asia's role in a changing world order. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval has noted an improved atmosphere with quieter borders and growing momentum in ties over the past 9 months.
I had a wonderful meeting in the last round in Beijing, and I'm very happy that since then, in the last 9 months, there has been an upward trend. Borders have been quiet. There have been peace and tranquility. Our bilateral engagements have been more substantial. And we are most grateful to our leaders who, in Kazan, in October last, were able to set a new trend. And we have profited a lot since then.
India and China have agreed to set up a new working group on border affairs, hold talks on demarcation, and bring greater predictability to their ties. The two neighbors also decided to resume direct flights and expand trade and investment, steps aimed at mending relations strained since the 2020 border clash.
Having seen a difficult period in our relationship, Excellency, our two nations now seek to move ahead. This requires a candid and constructive approach from both sides. In that endeavor, we must be guided by the three mutuals: mutual respect, mutual sensitivity, and mutual interest. Differences must not become disputes, nor competition conflict.
中方愿以王毅外长此次访问印度为契机，同印方一道努力，落实好两国领导人的重要共识，保持两国高层交往势头，增进政治互信，加强务实合作，妥善处理分歧，推动中印关系持续健康稳定发展。
The road ahead with Russia and China will not be without challenges. Yet, by reinforcing its time-tested bond with Moscow while cautiously rebuilding trust with Beijing, New Delhi is crafting a diplomacy of balance, one that could shape regional stability and the contours of a multipolar world in the making. In India, leatherwork is more than an industry. It's a living tradition woven into the nation's culture and history. Nowhere is this heritage stronger than in Kanpur, the bustling industrial heart of Uttar Pradesh and the country's largest hub for leather craftsmanship. Here, skilled artisans transform raw hides into world-class products, prized for their quality and durability, and exported worldwide. For countless families, this craft is a legacy passed down like a treasured heirloom. Despite modern challenges, they continue to shape, stitch, and polish, keeping alive an art form built on both pride and livelihood. The scent of fresh leather, the steady hum of machines, and the deft rhythm of skilled hands at work. In workshops across India, fine leather goods take shape every day. While many of these creations find a place in homes across the country, India's reputation in this craft stretches far beyond its borders, firmly securing its place in the global leather industry. At the heart of this legacy lies Kanpur, the industrial powerhouse of Uttar Pradesh, famed for its leather craftsmanship and exports. In the bustling Jajmau area, Shamim Azad carries forward a family tradition through Stan India, a company that has been shaping leather for 3 generations. From elegant bags to sleek purses and sturdy belts, his creations travel across continents, each piece a blend of heritage, precision, and timeless style.
75% लेदर गुड्स हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, 25% डोमेस्टिक है। और बाकी यहाँ का इतिहास जो रहा है आज़ादी से पहले का, सैकड़ों साल पहले का इतिहास रहा है। हाँ, जाजमऊ जो है लेदर इंडस्ट्री गंगा जी के तट पे है, गंगा जी के किनारे है। जैसा पहले सभी को मालूम था कि हमारी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का काम जो है नदियों के थ्रू ही होता था। हाँ, तो गंगा जी बड़ी नदी है, तो इन्हीं किनारे जो है फैक्ट्रियाँ लगी थी और तमाम फैक्ट्रियाँ थी, कई फैक्ट्रियाँ थी, तो बहुत पुराना है यहाँ का।
Shamim's brother, Wasim Azad, is equally committed to expanding the family enterprise. After earning his MBA and gaining experience in leading corporations, he returned to bring fresh ideas and modern practices into the business. Wasim believes that in today's world, success in this trade is more achievable than ever, as long as you have technology on your side.
इसमें हम लेदर गुड्स का एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ लेदर गुड्स बनाते हैं हम फुटवेयर को छोड़कर, और ऑलमोस्ट सभी कंट्रीज़ में एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, जैसे यूएसए हो गया, यूके हो गया, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ है। अभी कुछ नई मार्केट डेवलप हुई है जो साउथ अफ्रीका है, गल्फ़ कंट्रीज़ है, और आपका अर्जेंटीना वगैरह है, जापान है। यूएस में थोड़ा सा अभी प्रॉब्लम है रिसेशन का और कुछ टैरिफ वगैरह को लेके ड्यूटीज़ वगैरह बढ़ी थी, तो तुमने कुछ मार्केट नए एक्सप्लोर करी, इसमें जापान है, अर्जेंटीना है, तो यहाँ पर हम एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं।
The Indian leather, leather products, and footwear industry is a key contributor to the economy, earning $4.83 billion USD in exports in 2024 to 2025 and ranking among the top 10 foreign exchange earners. With abundant raw materials, skilled manpower, and strong compliance, it employs 4.42 million people, 40% of them women, and holds top global ranks in several leather categories.
मैं इस कंपनी में करीब 4 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ और मैं अपने काम से पूरी तरह से सेटिस्फाई हूँ और मेरा पूरे फैमिली का एक्सपेंस इसी कंपनी से ही चलता है।
Kanpur alone contributes over 20% of India's total leather and leather goods exports, a testament to its unmatched craftsmanship and quality. From developed to developing nations, demand for Indian leather remains strong. With government initiatives like the Indian Footwear and Leather Development Program and the Production Linked Incentive Scheme, PLI, providing a boost, cities like Kanpur continue to shape India's global identity in leather, blending tradition, skill, and innovation to carry this legacy to every corner of the world. From the serene village of Mir in Udhampur rose a shining example of unity, the Sankari Devta Fair. For 3 days, the centuries-old temple became a sacred ground where faiths converged, breaking barriers of caste and creed. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and others prayed side by side, seeking peace and blessings. With soulful Dogra songs, Kood dance, and shared joys at sweet stalls, the Mela wasn't just a festival. It was a celebration of brotherhood and India's timeless communal harmony. Take a look.
The 3-day-long Sankari Devta fair lit up the valley as people from across India thronged the Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir in a festive fervour. The centuries-old fair drew devotees alike from diverse religious backgrounds in harmony and brotherhood. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and Christians all came together to offer prayers in a powerful display of solidarity. The fair in the region is believed to be more than 500 years old.
3 दिवसीय मेला चलते हुए अब 25 साल हो गए हैं और यहाँ पे हर धर्म के लोग आते हैं। अब ये इसमें ये नहीं है कि हिंदू हैं, हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सारे लोग यहाँ पे आते हैं और ख़ास करके इस मेले में जो है हमारी जो संस्कृति रहती है, ख़ास करके आप देख रहे हैं कि हमारी जो संस्कृति लुप्त हो रही है, तो इस मेले में उस संस्कृति को दर्शाया जाता है।
For 3 days, the atmosphere resonated with spirituality and joy. Traditional Dogra culture took center stage as local artists performed the soulful Pak folk songs and the vibrant Kur dance, rituals that have long been an expression of gratitude to the deities for protecting crops, cattle and children. These performances not only showcased the rich Dogra heritage but also became a bridge of cultural connection for the diverse gathering.
मेला एक बहुत ही प्राचीन मेला है और ये बहुत ही दशकों से चला आ रहा है और यहाँ पे लोगों की बहुत मान्यता है और इस मेले में हम 3 दिन का जो ये मेला है आज उसका आखिरी दिन है और हमने देखा लगभग 50,000 से ज़्यादा लोग इस मेले में जुड़े और उन्होंने इस मेले में अलग अलग तरह की कल्चरल प्रोग्राम्स थी और जो आसपास के इलाकों में रहने वाले लोग हैं उन्होंने भी स्टॉल्स लगाए थे अपना सामान बेचने के लिए, तो इकोनॉमिक बूस्ट भी होता है और जो इस एरिया का पुराना कल्चर है, ट्रेडिशन है, उसको भी बूस्ट मिलता है।
The Sankari Devta fair showcased India's unity in diversity, where devotion nurtures peace and culture binds communities together.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
Three skulls kept in a Paris museum since the late 19th century were returned to Madagascar in a ceremony at France Ministry of Culture. The skulls belong to members of the Sakalaka ethnic group, including one presumed to belong to the then ruler King Toira. Madagascar's Minister of Communication and Culture, Vola Miranti Dona Mara, hailed the return. Mara said the Malagasy government plans to honor the remains in a tribute coinciding with the anniversary of King Toira's execution in late August 1897 during France's colonization of the island. The event represents the first application of a new law aimed at expediting the restitution of human remains held in French collections. Revellers, dancers and musicians filled the streets of West London for the annual Notting Hill Carnival, one of the world's largest street parties.
It means everything. I think people don't understand the sense of community that is so important to Carnival. There's so many people, but it brings so many people together. Like when you see the costumes, people have spent months making them, playing pan, people spent months, people do it with their whole heart, so it means everything.
Notting Hill resident Christiane Bukhari says the community pours their hearts into the event and it is an important reminder of tolerance and diversity at a time when the UK sees anti-migrant protests spring up around the country. The 57th edition of the carnival, which celebrates the city's diversity and how generations of migrants and their descendants have contributed to British society, was expected to attract more than 1 million people.
India's timeless textiles are once again in the global spotlight. For over 4,000 years, these weaves have carried our heritage, and today they are shining on international runways. This National Handloom Day, the Know Your Weave campaign, honored the weavers who blend tradition with modern designs, showing that India's artistry is not just about the past, it's also shaping the future. India's art of spinning and weaving is one of the world's oldest legacies, dating back to the Indus Valley civilization. For centuries, its quality and craftsmanship have won global admiration. Today, with exports worth over 36 billion USD, India stands as the world's third largest textile and apparel exporter. Handlooms like ikat, patola, and bandhani, with their intricate knots and vibrant patterns, are once again in demand for their timeless charm. This living tradition not only preserves heritage, but also powers India's rise on the global fashion stage.
जिस तरह से लोगों का सस्टेनेबिलिटी के प्रति, नेचुरल के प्रति, लोकल के प्रति ऑल मतलब वर्ल्ड वाइड आप देखें तो नॉट ओनली हम केवल एक कंट्री या स्टेट की बात करें, वर्ल्ड वाइड लोगों का अपना रुझान अपने लोकल प्रोडक्ट के प्रति बहुत बढ़ा है. तो उस सेंस में इंडियन क्राफ्ट, और चूँकि हम कॉटन में बहुत रिच है, अगर आप हमारे कॉटन्स की बात करते हैं, ब्लॉक प्रिंटिंग, यहाँ का एम्ब्रॉयडरी, यहाँ का टेक्सटाइल बहुत रिच है. और नो डाउट ओवरऑल आज की डेट में मुझे लगता है सस्टेनेबिलिटी के एस्पेक्ट्स में इसका एक्सेप्टेंस बढ़ा है और वर्ल्ड वाइड लोगों का जो नीड बना है उसमें इंडिया अग्रसर है और बहुत अच्छे से उस चीज़ को फुलफिल कर पा रहा है.
Those traditional attires you see in marketplaces often make you wonder, how were they created? Today, the world is finding answers in India. International fashion houses are turning to Indian artisans, with designers showcasing their craft at platforms like New York Fashion Week and Lakme Fashion Week. Backed by government schemes such as the National Handloom Development Program and Raw Material Supply Scheme, India's handloom exports now reach over 20 countries. With the textile market projected to touch 65 billion USD by 2026, India's weaves are not just tradition, they're a global trend.
Our handloom traditions are rich and robust and has a lot of importance in terms of economic empowerment. We have around 35 lakh plus weavers and workers in the sector, 72% of whom are women. So it is a sector of a lot of importance to us. And it is essential that this sector and our handloom weavers really reach out to a very large audience at the international level.
Sustainability is no longer a trend, it's a movement. Brands and consumers alike are embracing eco-conscious fashion, with many blending traditional skills and upcycled fabrics to carve a niche in global markets. On August 7th, India marked National Handloom Day, celebrating centuries-old weaving traditions and the millions of artisans who keep this legacy alive.
I think it's always important to look back at history, look back at traditional crafts so that new innovative garments or new innovative textiles can be created.
Across the world, especially in the Western markets, we are seeing that sustainability is getting more popular and handmade products, because they do not consume power and because handmade has got a value of its own, and that is getting recognized at international events, at exhibitions.
As part of the Know Your Weave campaign on National Handloom Day 2025, the Contemporary Indigenous Fashion and Textiles of India exposition opened its doors, celebrating how today's designers are reimagining heritage crafts for the modern world.
India has been performing one of the highest exporting countries for textiles, and we are continuously growing. We have had a good quarter growth this year, so I continue to hope that we will do very well on that front.
India's handlooms are more than just fabric. They are threads of history, culture, and identity. From empowering millions of weavers, especially women, to making a mark on global runways, this living tradition blends heritage with innovation. As sustainability shapes the future of fashion, India's timeless textiles continue to weave their story across the world. India's rich heritage lives on in its historic towns and grand mansions that echo tales of the past. One such gem is Mandawa in Rajasthan, where havelis, or heritage mansions, speak through their walls. Adorned with frescoes of gods, kings, and daily life, this living museum offers an enchanting journey through art, architecture, and culture. Many of these magnificent havelis have now been transformed into heritage hotels, offering visitors a royal experience that draws large number of foreign tourists eager to relive Rajasthan's grandeur. Mandawa, nestled in the heart of Rajasthan, is a living canvas of history and art. Renowned for its painted havelis and intricate frescoes, the town preserves centuries-old craftsmanship. Its timeless charm not only draws travelers from across the globe, but has also made it a favorite backdrop for Bollywood films. Many of Mandawa's grand havelis and palatial mansions have now been lovingly restored into heritage hotels. These regal stays are not just places to rest. They offer guests a chance to step into Rajasthan's royal past, savor traditional delicacies, and immerse themselves in the vibrant local culture. For visitors, it's an experience where history, hospitality, and heritage come alive under one roof.
यहाँ फ्रेस्को पेंटिंग है, बहुत सी हवेलियों में है और काफ़ी पुरानी हवेलियाँ हैं। उनमें से यहाँ का एक गढ़ भी है, वो भी काफ़ी पुराना है और हेरिटेज प्रॉपर्टी है। उसमें भी आज होटल की स्थापना हो गई है और बहुत सी हवेलियाँ ऐसी है मंडावा में जो होटल में कन्वर्ट हो चुकी है, क्योंकि विदेशी पर्यटक उसको बहुत लाइक करते हैं, इसलिए वो होटल बन चुके हैं। और अलख्यान जोड़ा करके भी यहाँ पर है, कुछ कुएँ हैं, उनको देखने के लिए कि पानी हाथ से कैसे निकालते थे और लोग देखने के लिए आते थे।
Mandawa is not only famed for its painted havelis and lively markets, but also for its spiritual soul. At the heart stands the sacred Shiva temple, a haven of peace and culture. In 2017 to 2018, the Ministry of Tourism invested about $8.8 million USD under the Heritage Circuit scheme, underscoring its commitment to preserving Rajasthan's cultural legacy while fostering sustainable tourism. Tourists, especially from abroad, are captivated by the rich cultural heritage of Mandawa.
And my excitement about visiting India is to discovering the landscapes, culture, taking pictures and share it to my friends, discovering the temples, even the people. They are very kind, are always smiling. There are always a lot of colors in India, and it's very beautiful.
Only see the time. The time is kind of breathing between the walls and the color of the city. We can see that the color are old and the buildings are really old, and everything can tell you about the time passing in this ancient city. So it's amazing how to walk in these streets and visiting all this shop made by leather and also silk, amazing tissues, artists that are making everything possible. Everything you can imagine, you can find it here.
The bustling markets of Mandawa are a treasure trove of traditional crafts and vibrant colors. Mandawa is especially famous for its authentic camel leather shoes, which are crafted with care and precision by generations of craftsmen. Visitors can also find beautifully painted puppets that tell stories through their artistry. The boost in heritage tourism in Rajasthan brings more business to local artisans.
तो अंग्रेज देखते हैं पुरानी चीज़ों को, कितने साल पहले कितने पैसा होगा इनके पास, कितनी बड़ी बड़ी हवेलियाँ बनाई है। ये वो आते हैं, अंग्रेज आते हैं पुरानी चीज़ों को देखने के लिए। अरे हम लोग चाहते हैं कि विदेशी आए, हमारा बिजनेस चले, से कवाटी राजस्थान में अपना डेवलपमेंट हो।
टूरिस्ट लोग आते हैं तो उनसे आमदनी अच्छी होती है, ऐसी बात नहीं है, सभी पर्यटक खरीदते भी नहीं है, लेकिन जो कला की जानकारी रखते हैं वो जुती है देसी पहनते हैं।
The Heritage Walk in Mandawa is like stepping into a living museum, where every narrow lane leads to havelis adorned with intricate frescoes and carvings of a bygone era. This timeless town draws tourists, researchers, and art lovers alike, offering stories etched in walls and culture that still breathes. Mandawa shows how heritage tourism can revive a town, support its people, and bridge past with present, an experience that lingers long after you leave. Mandawa stands not just as a town of havelis, but as a bridge between Rajasthan's glorious past and its vibrant present, where every wall keeps heritage alive for generations to come. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.